What is going on, guys? Today I'm kind of going to be breaking down how to get from 0 to 1 million, but more realistically basically from 0 to 100,000, because that is honestly the hardest thing to get. And once you get to that point, honestly, it is kind of like a rolling snowball. It goes super fast. It's not difficult at all after that, but the first $100,000 is absolutely terrible, exactly like Charlie Munger said. So today I'm just going to be giving you a couple of ideas. Some of these aren't on YouTube, which I kind of strive to do, so that way it's not just like, oh, make a YouTube channel, oh, do Amazon FBA, oh, trade stocks and become a day trader and turn your $1,000 into $100,000 within a month with these passive options. Not right now. So I'm gonna be breaking down the whole truth, and if you guys think this is basically like, oh, within a month you're magically gonna be able to learn the stock market or have a Shopify store that's gonna make you $10 million, you guys can just exit out of this video. I'm not actually gonna be talking about any of that, to be honest. So today I'm actually going to be talking more about kind of a little how I did it, so that way I know it works in a sense. But basically the main thing on how to get to $100,000, and as shitty as this may be, is you are going to have some money in order for investments, right? Because here's the thing, there's only so much time in a day that you can personally work, but your money can work 24 hours in a day. So if you don't have any money, right, I'm sorry to break it to you, you are going to need to get a job. Now, while that sucks, right, you're just going to have to do it, suck it up for a couple of months, and then use that money in order to basically make more money. But, right, a couple of things I want to talk about, especially job-wise, that don't require a college degree or anything like that, that actually give you good amounts of money, is actually one of the best things, and easiest as well, is to actually become a car salesman. Especially in today's industry, cars are honestly just selling them by themselves, right? You literally have customers just calling, and it's super easy to get the sale. So now the way car sales works, and a buddy of mine who works at BMW, and right now, right, he's basically making close to $20,000 every single month just off of car sales. So if you did that for basically 12 months straight, he would make $250,000 basically at 24 years old just doing car sales. And especially in this market, I wouldn't be surprised if during this year he would hit $40,000 one month. But yeah, so basically car sales at like Mercedes, BMW, or Porsche, I think is a great way in order to basically increase your income, right? Do that for a couple of months, because even if you do that for like 2-3 months, guess what? You just have now about $40,000 to $60,000 set aside. Which again is amazing. He's been doing this for less than 2 years, and he's already at 20,000 plus a month. So again, that's one of the best sales to actually do, or best jobs in my opinion, that don't require a degree, is just to do car sales. Best part is, in today's industry right now, the way that the car market is and everything like that, is that basically the clients are calling, right? And the way it works is that the sales managers basically divide up their customers, right? Their highest sellers get a little bit more, while the lowest sellers get a little bit less of the clientele, right? So he might get 10, the other person might get 6. But either way, you're getting 6 clients automatically, especially in today's market, without having to do anything. Now, if you put in some extra hours and you make some other calls and create new clients, you can be on that new top sellers list, and now you have 10 clients while the other person also has 10. So that's one of the easiest ways to get started. Here's the best part. When you take one of those car jobs, you can get basically a car for them for an employee discount. Now, what does that mean? I know for a fact that if I work at Porsche, right, for example, I buy a $100,000 car, I would only be paying $80,000 of that $100,000 car. I would be getting a 20% employee discount off of that car. Now, the amazing thing about that is those cars rent out, right? If I wanted to buy a used Porsche 911, and let's say the car cost me $80,000, well, let me take 20% from that off, right? Now that car is only $64,000. Let's say my monthly payment on that is $8,000 a month. I know for a fact you can almost rent that out in the Texas area for almost between $1,500 to $2,000 a month is what you can make off that car. So now you basically take that car, and then boom, now you just gave yourself an extra amount of income of about $1,000 profit every single month, just because of doing that. Now you can get up to my apologies, you can basically get up to 3 to 4 cars with your employee discount depending on that, right? So again, that's a very good thing to do, because now you just basically, theoretically, if you did it like that, you can have 4 Porsches that literally bring you in $1,000 a month each. So now you just made another $4,000 per month while on top of your $20,000. So theoretically at this point, you would basically be making $300,000 per year, every year, just from that, right? Just from that job. So again, that is one of the things, if you really wanted to get to it, if you work there honestly for about 2 years, 2 to 3, if you maximum 3 years, you could be a millionaire by the 3rd year. So just wanted to give you that quick little notice. Now, if you do have some money saved up, here are some ways you can actually then make more money with it, right? So one of the biggest things right now is actually crypto staking and crypto lending. The returns on it are astronomical. However, they are very short-term results. So again, be very careful about that. You can put it in for about a month and then cash it out, take those profit, move it on to the next one. You can start off with about 1,000, very easily, realistically able to take that into $10,000. And then from that point on, right, within the first month, and then you can just rinse and repeat, and then you're 10,000, you know? So it's doable. However, it's basically a gambling thing, right? There is a 50-50 shot. You get in and get out at the correct time. So again, your 1,000 could turn into 10, or your 1,000 could turn into literally like $10. So again, be very careful on that aspect of it if you do decide to go down that road. I have a couple of crypto staking projects I do. I'm currently in 3 right now. But again, I'm very diligent with going in and out. And the good thing is the amount of money I've put into all of these projects, I've already gotten back. So I basically did an initial of $10,000. I already have all that $10,000 back. I think I have like 4,000 left in Pancake Swap, or 5,000. And then in like 3 other ones, a couple. But my initial is back. And now I just kind of basically every single time I take one out of a project, I take 20% to put it in my pocket and just reinvest that overall. So that's kind of how I do it. The next one that you can then actually end up doing is when you have money saved up, right? You can then actually use that to invest into stocks or invest into cryptos for day trading. Now, again, that's going to take some time to learn, but it's very doable. Just go on YouTube and type it in. It is not difficult, right? The main thing, honestly, is sticking to a budget, especially when you're starting out at $0. Sticking to a budget and keeping track of that budget, right? If you say you're only spending $400 a month on food, only spend $400 a month on food. If you're saying you're only spending $300 a month on gas, only spend $300 a month on gas, right? And then you say, like, it's not difficult. Just stick to the budget. Make sure you have that going on. Use all that income you get from your job and everything and just invest it into assets. Now, the big kicker that I really want to stress on this is credit. This is one of the best ways that you can build up something without having too much money. That way you can really quickly kickstart this project. So with credit, you can get car loans, you can get approved for cars, and you can get approved for houses. That right there, because I'm not just trying to get you guys to go from $0 to $100,000 or $0 to $1 million, right? And then you have nothing left at the end of this, you have no income more. I want it to be 0 to 100,000, but then every month you have $10,000 to $20,000 of income coming in, right? So that's kind of the main goal about this. So I think rental properties are really good. Theoretically, if you have $40,000 right now, or even $10,000, right, you can very easily get 2-3 good rental properties. So again, right, that's a great way to basically, for example, I can give you one of mine, a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,100 square feet, rents out for $3,000 every single month, while the mortgage on that is only $1,500. That is an extra $1,500 profit in my pocket. That is very simple. And guess what? That house only costs $12,000 in a down payment. So again, be very careful on how you do it. Choose the right areas and probably consult with someone that knows exactly your real estate and that knows what they're doing. But again, that's kind of one way in order to increase that and get to that next step. But again, I cannot stress this enough. You do need money, or you at least need credit in order to start. The other thing is the car rental. I know someone that has basically 30 BMWs down in Florida, right? He actually works for BMW as well. And he has 30 BMWs that he rents out throughout the nation on Turo. He is making around $40,000 plus per month every single month. So if we take that into account, right, let's just use my buddy's salary and his of Turo, so 20,000 plus that 40,000 every single month. That is $60,000 in his pocket, which basically means that is $720,000 every single year that he makes. So again, that's kind of the main thing. I think car sales are one of the best things to get into, and then basically just kind of find what is best for you. Now, while you're doing that, you can do other stuff, right? You can make your own clothing brand. You can basically make your own, right? You can do a side hustle, right? You can go to garage sales every weekend, or whenever you have time off, you can start a YouTube channel. Yes, you can do all of those things. However, if you're not one of those few, and I'm not saying don't try, I'm definitely try it, please. But if you're not one of those few that makes it right away, don't get discouraged, right? And again, there's no shortcut to success, right? If you are one of those people that literally makes a Shopify store and does $100,000 in its first month, congratulations. I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't really my thing. But again, right, maybe you start your own brand, right? Like, for example, I have my own little trading notebooks. I love it. I use them myself. So you guys can check that out in the first link down below. But anyways, right, if you're good at reselling stuff, maybe you can find a way to buy Apple like products or any kind of products for basically less than what they're listed for, right? Maybe you're good at watch reselling, renting out watches. Again, you can do all of that with credit. It's super easy. I've made plenty of videos on how you can basically get free watches, free cars, and live for free in a sense. So all with credit. So again, and then you can make an income. I literally made a video on how you can make $100,000 with watches. So again, you guys can definitely check that out if you want to. But yeah, sorry to break it to you, but you must either have money or you need to have a job in order to get to that $1 million mark. But first step is first. Please get to that $100,000 mark and then get to that $1 million mark. And I promise you, it is a lot easier once you get to that $100,000 mark. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. Hopefully it made enough sense. I didn't ramble on too much or get off topic. I tend to sometimes do that. But again, hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. And, you know, check out the notebooks if you want. I think they're freaking dope. They're like 10 bucks. So yeah, I use them literally all the time. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.